What's happening, people? Welcome to the Manc Talk. We are back with another episode. Yes, it might be a day later, but we had lots of plans. You know what I mean? And life is crazy. Christmas shopping, everything. You know what I mean?
It's all. It's Christmas Eve.
Well, it is Christmas Eve. You know what I mean? So big up to everybody who's enjoying their Christmas Eve, and obviously a Merry Christmas in advance to the
Merry
people.
Christmas, man.
It could be a Christmas over in Australia. By the time,
already be Crimbo, yeah, when this is on, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So big up to everybody who's watching. You know what to do. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Big Steve. The link is in the title. But Steve, how are you, man? Everything all right? You had your Christmas do last night?
Christmas do last night, yeah. It was like, what's that thing called? The Walking Dead. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
I was the taxi driver because I don't drink anymore. So literally spent 2 hours of the night driving everyone home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, they're all that taxi driver now, innit? You know, that
I'm a taxi driver now, yeah, that's it. You know, everyone drinks my beer, eats my food, and then spews up in my car.
You'd start charging them 30 quid a pop, man. That's what they do.
I'm going to get a sticker made in it. If you're sick of this car, it'll be £30. But
exactly. But why we didn't film yesterday? Because I was on a quiz, on the Don Robbie quiz, and I just want to say, Steve, man, obviously you stealing, but I feel like I got stitched up, man. After reviewing the VAR check, 24 hours later.
It was dodgy, man. It was dodgy.
Robbie, the thing is, the funniest thing, he kept saying he kept getting the answers muddled up and then the questions, and then I found out, on the comments, big up to the comments, by the way, they said that apparently, you know, Robbie got the Liverpool question wrong because he didn't specify which year, you know, because they always talk about the Champions League run, don't they, anyway?
The thing
six times and all that.
The thing is, this is how desperate these Southerners are now. They can't win any real trophies, so they've got to resort to cheating in quizzes.
Exactly. The cheating Mancunians,
Don Robbie,
man.
you know the game. Expressions, you know the game. The real trophies are in the north. You know what I mean? Up here, we've got like trophy polishing stuff.
Can you back me up as well on that one?
Do you know what I mean?
We've got history.
But in the south, you've got quizzes and, you know, shit like that. You know what I mean? Little tiny gold trophies that you get for our Kinder eggs and shit. But
Expressions is now the fair play to me. He won it. I thought he was going to bottle it like Tottenham, but he didn't.
He bottled the next opponent, though.
Yeah. Listen, Steve.
Winner stays on, apparently. Big Steve was next, and I've got the voice note. I've got the voice note that says, "There's no way I'm facing Big Steve in a quiz." Sean Goater FC, he called me. You know what I mean? He said Big Steve was watching ball before Brazilians were playing football with rolled up socks. Man. Big up expressions, man. Top
Always
guy,
funniest guy. Top guy.
Listen,
man.
If anyone wants to know where Expressions got that Barbara coat, it's not a Burberry, it's a Barbara. Yeah, he was spotted on Cheetham Hill Road. Knocking on them shutters down there, strange ways, trying to get the black gear. So big up Expressions. He knows where all the hooky gear is.
Oh man, you know the amount of people that don't know. Like obviously, you know what I mean, like designer stuff and that. People are like, oh, it's like kitchen cloth and all that, and I was just like, oh my god.
Nice,
but you know what? Expressions, man. He's worked hard, man. So you got to enjoy yourself.
Of course he has. He's loving it.
Big up to Expressions. But all I want to say though, you know, festive football. You know, there's nothing like, you know, having, you know what I mean, going on a Boxing Day to a game. You know what I mean? As much as it's madness amount of games that they were playing, you know what I mean? Just to have festive football, you know what I mean? Because
you've not played for a few weeks, innit?
We've not played for a few weeks. I'm glad that our team's back.
You must be missing it, man. You must be missing
it. Mate, you know
I think United's pulled a banger with that, you know.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Tottenham's done it. I think United's done it. Tottenham needed time.
Yeah, true.
And look at them now. Did you see the stat the other day? They went from the lowest running team in the league to the top.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Ragnick's going to have the same impact.
Yeah.
Because he can't come in overnight.
True.
So he's had a couple of weeks break. He's had them solid in the training ground. And listen, I just think it's a good little stroke. Because
you know what though?
I'd have done it myself.
Yeah, of course. You know what it is, as much as I don't want to kind of do any conspiracy theories and all that, but have Man United, they haven't told us who's been, you know, who's had the COVID, who's had...
The clubs, listen, it's open to abuse because the clubs are testing their own players.
Yeah.
So if I'm the only idiots, let me tell you this, in the Premier League team now that hasn't took advantage of this is Leeds.
Yeah.
You can't complain about your injury crisis. Just black the COVID test like the rest of them are doing. Get the games called off.
That's what they're doing, and they just only realise now. You know, I mean, obviously the game against Liverpool was called off, but you know, I think Everton have the same problem. I think they only got like...
They tried to get it called off and it didn't happen, didn't it?
Didn't happen, you know what I mean? So, you know, it sounds crazy that you fake COVID tests here, but the Premier League only judge it off what you say, innit?
That's what I mean. Listen, we know it goes on. Football's not no white than white sport.
Nah, mate, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not black and white, man, is it?
Nah, so it is what it is. Listen, there's too much money involved.
Yeah.
There's too much money involved. If a team goes down, the amount of money that they're going to lose if they don't get back up and all that. So for me, if I'm chairman, and we know how mad the chairman are,
yeah, of course,
we just blag it, innit?
Yeah, of course, 100%, man. So I think for me, I'm just glad football's back, but will football be back with the fans? Obviously, you know, they're going to be certain situations now. You know, I don't know what Boris is up to or whatnot, but surely we can't have. You know, listen, I know Nicola Sturgeon got too excited, and she always does. She said 500 fans.
What's
you know what I mean? What is the point in that, man? You know what I mean? I know that's the...
man. Imagine it. Someone said the Old Firm derby, Celtic Rangers with 500 fans.
Oh, my God.
There's more in the boozer outside across the road.
Exactly. You know, there's more outside Glasgow, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, football...
I don't get it though, right? Because if you're double jabbed and boosted, according to what we're being told, you are protected.
But in Scotland, you're not. She shut everything down.
So what's the point in having these jabs and boosters if you're still not protected? What we doing, man?
Yeah.
It's not about another... Oh, well, we could have a whole show about it, but it's scaremongering as well, people. There's a lot of people out there that watch the news religiously. It's frightening, man.
Yeah, it's... That's why I don't watch the news, mate.
It's frightening, man.
Honestly, for me, I don't watch the news, man, because at the end of the day...
They're taking the things we love the most, like holidays and concerts and football.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying, if you don't have a jab, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So they're playing on your, like, you know, I can't not miss football for the rest of my life.
There you go.
I can't not go on holiday for the rest of my life.
Of course.
So they're blackmailing, but the footballers aren't taking them.
No.
The politicians aren't taking it.
No.
So, how can anyone take this government serious when now we know that they were partying,
exactly,
eating cheese and drinking wine, taking a piss out of us while people's parents were dying?
Yep.
And we couldn't go to funerals.
There you go. Exactly.
And we're not political, by the way. Listen, everything we say on here is our opinion. But what I'm saying is, I think we just need to open our eyes a little bit now. And
absolutely, because
it's pretty scary, man.
We can't. I don't think the Premier League and for people's mental health, you know what I mean, particularly. Going to football games is an escape from life, innit? So for you to go to a football game, you know, this is what you want.
I drove to Newcastle Sunday on my own.
Yeah.
Right? I had a fucking cracking day on my own.
Yeah.
But I felt so refreshed because I got me away from the missus and the kids. I love you, by the way, but I'm just saying it did. And then I come back and I was ready to roll for Monday at work. Sometimes you need that. People have got different
of course.
releases and things.
100%.
And that's what it is. But we just need to keep batting through it and we've got to keep football going.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what it is for me? It's the fact that, you know, like I said to you, know, especially this period now where we've just come back, you know, you see what fans do to football games. You know, you're looking at Leicester game last night. Would it have been the same game?
No.
You know, with the fans? I don't think it would be. You know what I mean? Grizz might tell you different, but he loves Liverpool.
Big up James Redmond, by the way, who obviously had about 5 litres of Carabao before he went on his his live, because I've never seen a Liverpool fan get so excited about the League Cup, you know, a cup that apparently they don't want to win, in my life. So big up that. And Grizz, don't let Grizz Khan tell you don't want the League Cup. For a team like Liverpool that don't win many trophies, let's get it right, they don't win many trophies at the minute. The Carabao Cup to Liverpool would be precious, wouldn't it?
Speaking of Carabao Cup, Mr. Rangnick said that we should scrap the Carabao Cup, you know what I mean? Or we should look at maybe taking it away because in other leagues, it kind of...
I think fucking Ralph needs to calm down. Don't be coming over here, Ralph, right? Throwing your weight around yet when you've won one game or something, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You're not Pep and you're not Klopp. The Carabao Cup's here to stay, man. I'm telling you now, we've won it 4 times.
Is that why? Is it because it's your cup, is it?
It's our cup, innit? If you look underneath it, I think our name's in it, engraved in it.
No, he's got a point, though. Has he got a point?
No, he has got a point, yeah. Listen, if any cup competition's got to be sacrificed, it's got to be that one.
Yeah, when you got 2 legs in January, what is this? What are they doing? Semi-final, 2 legs? Like, you know, listen, we were out of the round 1, Ollie Tax. You know,
I've been the fucking UEFA Cup, mate.
Hey?
I've been the UEFA Cup, mate, and I've been that conference. What's that Conference League?
Right, there you go then. It's a money scheme, innit?
Bin them, get them binned.
Exactly. You know what it is here? I would say the Carabao Cup is a good way for the younger fans to get it, because it's only sometimes £1 and...
But I said to people though, the League Cup's always been a decent trophy throughout history of English football, and because we're the big 6 or whatever, we talk down on it.
Yeah.
But say if you're a Newcastle fan or a Southampton.
But then that's the problem, though. Should we keep it to these clubs?
You've got to give teams have got to have hope.
Yeah, true.
I've been there myself. I remember I told you this story before. My mate saying, I think we've got a League Cup in us and that, and I'm like, yeah. I remember that Newcastle fan saying to me, if Newcastle won the League Cup, he'd have it tattooed on him and that. So to other teams, the day out at Wembley, the League Cup final, we've been spoilt over the years, especially going to these finals. But we played Sunderland, right? The fucking Sunderland fans, it was their biggest kick.
Yeah, of course, yeah. They
loved it, you know.
When the Yaya Toure, when he scored, is it?
Yeah. And then we played Villa the other year. They was the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? They, you know, it is what it is.
You know what it is? Should it be left to the so-called, like top, apart from the top 6? But then, what do you class as top 6? Tottenham have never won a trophy in how many odd years?
You've got to leave it as it is, and you know what I mean. I think the Premier League's getting better. I think the teams underneath the top 6 are getting better. I think they're improving, and I think they've just got to leave it as it is. But we just want to keep football going now. City need it to keep going because we've got that rhythm.
Rhythm. Absolutely.
Need to keep it going. We've got Leicester Boxing Day. I've just done a video with Lee Chapper that's going to be on my channel on Christmas Day.
Make sure you check that out.
And then we've got Brentford midweek, and we've got Arsenal. Now, if there's any City fans watching this, I forgot to buy my Brentford and Arsenal ticket, right? I forgot to buy it. My card details ran out, and they usually just get it, yeah?
Oh, it didn't renew?
Nah, I looked on my email, out of date, so I looked on my email, I didn't get them. So I haven't got a ticket for
Didn't even notify you as well? They just went...
I ain't got a ticket for Brentford, I ain't got a ticket for Arsenal, so if there's anyone out there that's got one, hit me up. I think I'll get one, I've got enough irons in the fire, but that's just, man, these football clubs don't care, mate.
You need to go get to your rapper, man. Where's your rapper gone? Schemo.
Schema, man. I'm usually giving Schema the tickets. You know what I mean?
If you don't let you into one of his concerts, then that's
fucking concerts. I'm on his next video, mate. I'm gonna have a big gold chain on, some gold teeth. I'm gonna be there like that on the top of some car, giving it all that. Big Steve, you know what I mean? I'm in a rap video.
Yeah, you know what? You remind me of them 2 old guys that rap, man. I don't know, I forgot their name yet. They're on Gerard Daly, man. But that would be literally you.
Imagine Big Steve in the next Schema video.
Oh, mate. You know what, man? Shout out to Schema, man. Good rapper, man. You know what I mean?
He's a fan of Big Steve. I've seen him at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And we're doing things, you know what I mean? That's it. But I can stand in your video and hold a pit bull. No problem.
Yeah. I'm running away from that pit bull. You know what I mean? Any dog I see, I'm running away, mate.
You scared of dogs?
You know what it is? I've had too many nightmares, man. I was one time bulldogged by a dog. Literally, I was playing football.
What does that mean, bulldogged?
Like, as in, like, you know the word bulldog, like, like someone like saws into you. You know the word bulldog?
What are you talking about?
Hey?
Bulldogged?
Yeah. When you get bulldogs.
What's this got to do with dogs?
No, but as in, like, when a dog comes into you and you like he literally took me out, basically.
Right.
So basically, I was playing football. We were kids, right? And we were playing in there, and then one day this dog just come out of nowhere.
Oh, wiped you out.
And she literally basically wiped me out. And I was like, since that day, man, I've always been like, for me, I'll do little dogs like Westies and all that, but any dog that's above a certain height,
don't like the big dogs.
The big dogs, innit? According to Grizz, the big dogs. So we're dogs, and just in general, anyway, you know what I mean? Us Somalis, we when there's a dog around, we always run away anyway. So it's just in our nature. It's in our nature. So that's the story about dogs, anyway. But you talked about fixtures, right? But then Pep Guardiola's coming about having a strike and all that.
I know, I don't know what he's saying with that. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just heard on the radio that he said players need to strike if they've got a concern.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I tell you what was interesting this week about Pep. Then they asked him about Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
And he said, Ferran Torres says, I want to leave, go to Barcelona. And he said, I rang Tixi Agustin and said, he wants to leave, just to go to Barcelona. And he said, any player in the squad that wants to leave can leave. And he said, the way the club is, we're not one of these clubs where the manager says, let him leave, but then the CEO says he's not leaving.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way.
They let him leave because he said, I don't want anyone in my squad with an unhappy face. And there's something to be said for that. Because you look at City's squad, and we've said it before, they look happy, content.
Yeah.
So if he wants to leave, leave. We've doubled our money on him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've got a bit of a war chest now available. We knew we had money for Kane. Now we've got a little bit more. He said he's not going to buy a striker in January, which is disappointing. But I think it's the big fella in.
just to, there's some of that would be.
Haaland, mate. It's got to be.
Not in January though.
No.
He said no in January, which for me, before I want to ask you, are you gutted about that? Ferran Torres, man, this guy was meant to be. When my little brother was telling me, "Oh, we got him for 20 million," it
was a bargain, man.
And when he came with that accolade, you thought he's going to settle well.
The thing is with him, he come in as a wide player. We've got a lot of wide players.
Yeah.
We've tried to pigeonhole him in as a 9. There is a lot of potential there. I get that. But the way we're going for titles, we can't afford to just have somebody learning the ropes up front. And I think Pep's just thinking, you know what, we can double our money and maybe get one of the best strikers in the world in Haaland. So
he hasn't been a flop though. His goal ratio has been.
He's got a good. He's been a good player. He's a young player, and I think he's been sold the Barcelona rebuild.
Yeah.
The banks have bailed Barca out again.
Absolutely.
Right, so they've come in now, and then I think they've said to him, look, do you want to be a part of the... Listen, Tixi and Pep was in Barcelona for Aguero's thing.
The
other day. They've obviously been having dinner and sorting it
out.
Yeah,
of course.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is what it is, but... Ferran Torres, I wish him all the best. I think he'll be a great player in the future. I think City's done all right out of it. I'm not sad. It's what it is. Not saying I never really took to the guy. He was just all right for me. You know what I mean?
But is this one of them players that just never take to the culture, innit, of the Premier League? And
some don't. We signed Nolito the other year.
Yeah, Nolito. Yeah, remember?
He hated everything about Manchester. He said in an interview it was like living in a cave.
What?
And he said his daughter was grey and all that because of the weather and shit.
Wow.
He just didn't take to it. And then you look at David Silva, that comes from the Canary Islands, that was here for 10 years.
There you go.
You look at Rodrigue. Rodri's feeding the pigeons in Piccadilly Gardens.
Exactly. Rodrigue, I told you, man, he's in Piccadilly Gardens or the Spice Heads, you know what I mean? But
Rodrigue just loves life.
He's loving life. So, you know what it is? It's just, that's why we shouldn't really, characterise certain players. We could just say his experience wasn't right. But then Nolito, he looked like one of them players. He was very, very tanned. He tried to fix up his hair and that. You know what I mean? He was almost like a pretty boy, innit?
I gate crashed his meal. He was in Fazenda with his family in a private room. I just went in.
Well, that was so basically what Steve's trying to say is that he was the reason why Nolito left.
Fucked off because he couldn't even have his steak in peace because Big Steve was mithering him for a picture in that.
Was he alright though?
He was absolutely top. As soon as he seen the tattoos on my arm, he was like, come in, sit down, how are you doing, all that. Chatting with him is great.
Yeah.
But it's what it is, man.
No,
big up to Pep and the club. I think I respect that. If a player doesn't want to leave, we don't make it difficult for him. We don't.
A player doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, if a player wants to leave, we don't make it difficult. We don't stand in the way. We don't want to get into this long saga when then an agent comes out and goes, Pep Guardiola won't let him leave. Pep Guardiola's this. Ferran to Tixi Biggerstein's this. We just go, look.
That's one thing I've noticed with Pep Guardiola. He doesn't like his name to be thrown about certain managers like Mourinho. Oh, this guy was this guy was that.
But you look what Pep's done this week, yeah? We've played Leeds, we've won 7-0, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish have gone out, right? Regardless to what people are saying, they've gone on the piss and all that, they've gone out and broke a COVID bubble. They shouldn't have been out mixing with people because everyone's got to be tested and all that. They've come back in, he's gone, I'm not happy with what you did last night, you're not playing the next game. That could have backfired bad on us. We could have lost.
Yeah,
we didn't, but Pep Guardiola, he said, it's how you behave, and you've got to respect him as a manager.
It's a man of principles.
He's a world-class manager, and he's not afraid to do what he's doing, and big up to him. And I hope now.
You know what? I think Arteta and Pep Guardiola are still speaking, man.
Oh, they are speaking.
I'm telling you, man, because this Aubameyang thing for me, it's almost as if Arteta's gone on the phone to Pep Guardiola and said, "This Aubameyang's pissing me off," and Pep Guardiola said, "Well, take him off then."
Take him off, yeah.
Yeah,
you look at that Aubameyang though. Fucking bang you, man. Right. You look at him.
Don't do that, people.
You look at him. He's doing himself no favours because if Arteta's on the phone with Pep, Pep's obviously speaking to other managers. Anyone that was thinking about signing him, who wants that problem?
True.
Do you know what I mean? Who wants that problem? Your discipline record at your former club, you didn't turn up and all that. You don't want that in your club. Do you know what I mean? Players like that, I don't know. Does the hunger go?
True. It's true. You know what I mean? It does go, but I look at having principles in your squad, and I think that's what Rangnick now will do. I think he'll bring a bit of that in where you want a bit of. He told Pogba to come from Dubai straight into training here. We're not training over there. You're coming straight to Old Trafford, and he's done that. You have to have these principles, and in football, I'm still a bit unsure about this Aubameyang thing. I still think we need to know the full story because he's just literally gone AWOL. He must have done something crazy for it to happen, but I'm still reserving my judgment. But with Guardiola, it's just not having it, is it? You know what I mean? And he said to Ferran Torres, see you later, out the door. But then it does leave you light up front. But then, you know, Guardiola said he's not. Again, he's just come out straight saying no.
Cole Palmer's come through.
Yeah, true.
Played him as a false nine.
Mate, I seen that video, mate. Flipping out, John Stones.
Down, didn't he, mate? Well, Newcastle apparently asked for him on loan, and City's turned it down.
You should do it, you know.
No, but this is what I was trying to tell you before. If we'd have sent Phil Foden to Sunderland or wherever, Bournemouth, who wanted him on loan, we wouldn't have got the same player back. Because he goes on loan, he's sat in the dressing room looking at other players, picking up bad habits. He's better off being with City. Cole Palmer's better training with Grealish, Foden, De Bruyne every single day, picking up the habits and the way they live their life and the way they eat and the way they sleep, and then become a...
I see that point, you know.
Than going, say he went to Newcastle now. No, and this is just purely hypothetical. Say he went to Newcastle now and started knocking about with John Joe Shelvey, and John Joe Shelvey was smoking about in a Range Rover and going on the piss with Maximan and all that. And then he thought, this is mint Newcastle's fucking the bollocks. Went back to Man City, thought it was the bollocks, got bombed out. What do you do? Knuckle down, be dead strict under Pep Guardiola. And the big thing with Pep Guardiola is the Phil Foden thing. Players coming through the academy now, they can look at Foden and they can see a path all the way to the glory. Whereas before that, like Sancho, he couldn't see a path through that first team.
Yeah, of course.
So he fucked off to Dortmund, right, and made his own career. Fair play to him. But some will sit in that academy now and go, hold on, is he anywhere better than this? I'm sat here, I'm learning off the best. I'm watching Pep Guardiola. He's got his faith in me. I'm staying at City. And that's what I think Cole Palmer, McAtee, all them boys are doing now.
Yeah, true. And for me, it's beneficial, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're getting that experience. But, you know, no striker in January. Yeah, I mean, what will you do in January if there's anything? Or you just keep it the same?
We need a left back. Because he's fucking getting 10 years in.
Oh, mate.
Right, so we need a left back. People forget this. Our left back's in the shovel.
Throw the key away, man. Throw the key, man.
100%. 100%. Ferran's gone. Cole Palmer's come through. Okay, that's cool. But left back's still an issue. We got Cancelo, who's a right back, but playing left back. And we've got Zinchenko. But for me...
Zinchenko's a bit dodgy, though.
I'd love to see a proper left back.
Yeah.
Even a promising left back.
What about that guy from Everton? He's not playing. Digne,
yeah. But he's going to want to start him. I'm talking about go out there in Europe, find a left back who's a bit raw and say, come into this squad.
Get Kolarov back. He's somewhere in
Italy. He's at Inter Milan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Kolarov used to frustrate the life out of me.
Why?
He was just hard work, man.
Was he? Yeah.
He was
hard. He used to score goals, though. He used to be...
He had a top left foot on him and that.
Yeah.
But I'd just get someone in early days now, 18, 19, 20, and say, right, you need to watch what we do. Because that left back spot's important for us. Sometimes you've got to tuck into the midfield and that. But I don't know. But Cancelo at the minute, I've got to mention him.
You know what, man? When you look at the best right back, you know what it is? Trent and Reece James, they get their accolades. And Kyle Walker, yeah. But I think because of the English tax, they might get more. But then when you look at Cancelo...
But Cancelo, this is a lesson for people that judge signings.
Yeah.
Cancelo came into Manchester City's first season. If you'd have said at the end of this first season, City was selling Cancelo, nobody would have blinked an eyelid because he didn't show that much. But he's settled in now and look at him. So that's why you look at these players and people are quick to judge him. You've got to give him at least a season. It's not an instant fix. To play in systems, they might come from a club. Jack Grealish is getting shit now. Jack Grealish has come from Aston Villa, no disrespect. Trying to slot into that Pep Guardiola system and the discipline and all that. He's got one season. If after one season Jack Grealish can't get it, then he won't play.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, also, you need a 1 year bedding season. That's why, for me, I always said with Sancho, I wasn't giving an excuse, but I said just give him a season to adapt into the Premier League and find out what he's about. And the next season, you know, he will flourish even better.
Yeah, and I've said that with Sancho. But I hate the word flop. That's a media or a kid word. Oh, he's a flop. If you're a football man, he ain't a flop. I've seen David Silva come to Manchester City. His first season was quiet as anything. Then you had 9 years of him being 8 out of 10 every single game and won shitloads of trophies. So if we'd have all called him a flop and bombed him out, that might never have happened.
True, exactly.
You've got to be patient. There's no patience in football. The fans demand an instant.
You know what it is? It's a reactionary fan base, especially with this Twitter bullshit, man. You know, that you
That's
get,
why I'm
man.
not on it.
They'll put like, you know, things and and you know what, man? A lot of these accounts, they're not bothered, are they? They're just there, faceless accounts. They're not bothered, and then they'll just kind of like, you know, put things in like, you know, in disrepute for players. And I just think, for me, give players time to adapt. You know what I mean? Because the Premier League is a grueling season. You know, there's a lot of games happening.
Of course it is.
You know what I mean? So for us, you know what I mean? We've got what's it called, Newcastle on the weekend. I think we'll win, but I think it won't be easy. I think Newcastle, that first half as well, they did cause you a few problems in terms of intensity, didn't it?
I think what they're trying to do, Newcastle, we were sloppy that first half.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
We should have passed them to death, but we didn't. But what they're going to try and do is, the crowd have got a little bit in them early doors.
That's what I mean,
if you score, then they're finished.
Yeah.
They're finished. They know they're going down.
Yeah, they know that. They said it already. I spoke to a couple of Newcastle fans, and they're like, almost like, you know, they're waiting for it to happen.
And Maximin, the player,
yeah.
Someone said to me, why is it no top clubs buy?
It's frustrating. I said it. I tweeted it out.
Him and Traore at Wolves are exactly the same.
Yeah.
No top coach in the world or team is going to take them, because they're too unpredictable. They're too unpredictable. You can't control them. If you're trying to fit them in a system where they've got to track back and slot in and do this, it's not going to happen.
It's just so frustrating.
He come on the other day and his legs didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah. No. 100%. I said it. And people can say, oh, well, Rashford's the same. I understand that, but this guy, this St. Maximin, for me, he's got the gift of, you know, the world. But in terms of actual kind of, you know, technique and whatnot, and just, not technique necessarily, but he's just like, you know, he's just so rash. And it's like, he wants to take about 3-4 players on. And I'm like, if he just simplified his game, which I get he can't because he's a skillful player, but you can do that, you know, you can get to the point where, you know, Ronaldo was skillful, you know, but still he knew how to play the game well. And St. Maximin, he used to just draw it in a little bit, and then you can get more out of St. Maximin. But listen, it is for Newcastle to understand that, and you know what I mean, they'll do their own thing. I want to talk about Tottenham and Conte. They're on a roll. Tottenham, fair play to Tolbert, he's on a roll. You know, that's crazy the way they've kind of, you know, changed their fortune. That little bit of a break now, that's doing them the world of good, isn't it?
Yeah, he's had a couple of weeks solid where they can get into him. You're always going to get that. Conte is very much a manager. He's like he's a leader. And I think he's one of them managers, like, he makes you feel good. I told you on the Big Six show dinner about that old boss of mine that used to come round. I was digging holes there. Yeah. He used to come round, he used to go, he's an Irish guy, I've never met a more manly digger man like you. I've never seen anyone dig holes like you. And then he walked on, I used to think, fuck me, I'm the best. I'll be digging like fuck for about 2 hours. Yeah. And then I'd go in the canteen and one of the guys went, I think he came over to me today, said I was the best digger he had. I went, he said that to me. And then he said that to me, but he said it to us all, so then we're all digging like fuck. My days. You know what I mean? And that's what Conte, he's got his arm round a few going, you know, you man, you was the man, Dele Alli, and that, you're the boy here, if you get your head down and all that. That would give you confidence. If I'm a player at Tottenham and he pulls me in the office and says, you're one of the most important players for me now. I need you to step it up. I'm going home that night, mate. I'm eating bran flakes. I'm doing press ups. I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? And that's what I think's happening.
Brown flakes, you know.
He knows what he's doing, Conte. You don't become a class. He's an elite manager. You don't win the Premier League and Serie A and all that if you don't. And he's got it, and he'll know what to do. And he's probably getting an extra 10% out of it.
Of course. I mean?
So fair play to him, but he's still not going to win fuck all.
And Chelsea, you feel? Do you actually feel sorry for Chelsea?
No. Did they feel sorry for me when there was 500 message requests after the Champions League final? Nah, I've got a message for Chelsea. That's it. You reap what you sow. Don't be bouncing around at the beginning of the season thinking you're invincible and you're going to do this, you're going to do that. I've seen it myself at Stamford Bridge. It's shallow. I've seen your players aren't as good as they think they are. They got a bounce with Tuchel. You won the Champions League. It's a cup competition. Anything can happen. But when it's a 38-game head-to-head, wind, rain, snow season, you haven't got it in you. That Tuchel hasn't got it in him. He will never, ever win the Premier League.
What? Seriously?
Never, ever. In a million miles.
Wow.
He will never, ever win it.
Damn.
Yeah. I've said 3 frauds.
Yeah.
Bielsa, Pochettino,
yeah,
and that lunatic there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Tuchel's a fraud.
Di Matteo won the Champions League. Where's Di Matteo now? He's washing cars in Italy somewhere, probably. You know what I mean? It's not. That's what I'm saying. So don't be. I don't judge it on them Champions Leagues because you can come in, you can get a team on a roll, and you can bumble your way. If Tottenham can get to a Champions League final, anyone can.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, Tommy tapping Tuchel.
You know your DMs are going to be flowing down.
I don't care. I'm used to them. They're all gremlins. I've got them rattled down. The
Shout out to Skullfuggery, by the way.
Skullfuggery with a gremlin thing the other night. I've got them rattled. They can't stand it. They've got one song, and that's it. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm telling the truth. They don't like it. I'm telling the truth. I told them before, when they were winning, I was the only one that stuck my head out and said, they're not as good as they think they are. And I'm right.
Listen, interesting. Let's see what happens with this one. But I think, with Chelsea, I don't feel sorry for them because at the end of the day, there's a couple of reasons, right? They sold Tammy Abraham, and they might say, well, in hindsight, we were getting Lukaku, and you replaced the bad with the good. But, for us to then say, oh, well, you got no striker, when you've just sold him, and then you kind of relied on one striker.
Beginning of the season, Match of the Day was on, and they went, look at Chelsea's bench. And you looked at the bench, and the bench was fucking spot on. And you thought, look, so if Chilwell gets injured, he goes in there. If he gets injured, he goes in there. Now they're moaning about injuries. Yeah. Chelsea. If Man City got loads of injuries, I couldn't physically go on that Big Six show with a straight face and moan about injuries. With Man City, we've got one of the biggest, best squads in every position. We've got 2 or 3 quality players. We can't moan about injuries. I'm sorry, we can't. Chelsea can't. I'm not having it.
Yeah, with the squad and the Cobham.
You can't beat Burnley at home. Yeah.
And a United squad that was absolutely...
Everyone was spamming United. United got a result there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, there's no excuse for it.
Exactly. Chelsea fans, we'll see. But Steve, what are you doing for Christmas? How's your Christmas day gonna go?
I've got a little girl, so I'm gonna be up early doors with her. So
Mate, it's gonna be early.
Going to be carnage. I'll probably cook a breakfast for everybody.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna.
Who's coming round?
Well, my son will come round later on, and then we're all going up to my mum's. There's about 20 of us up there.
Oh, okay.
We've got a big Christmas dinner planned, and then everyone will just play that game where you put fucking cream on that thing.
Yeah. Have you played that spoon game as well? Have you played that game?
What's that?
It's a part of spoon where you put it all around a circle, and whoever gets it first, just collecting spoons and that. That's a shout out to whoever told me about that game anyway.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly.
and then it'll be probably watching the Royal Family Christmas special, Gavin and Stacey, usual shit. Someone will die in EastEnders.
Yeah, EastEnders, you know what I mean? You know what is funny about EastEnders, yeah? There was something on Instagram saying, if you haven't watched EastEnders for the past couple, year or so, here's a kind of quick, summary of it. And I thought, bloody hell, but what's Phil doing still pissed up on that?
Mate, they keep calling me Phil Mitchell.
I know.
Comics and that, you know what I mean? Cheeky bastard.
Exactly, so what are you doing on Christmas Day, Phil Mitchell?
I'm going to do someone with a spanner in the garage.
I still need to know who killed what was it? Was it that girl? What's the game? I forgot anyway, man. But that's the last time I watched it. Was it Lucy or something like that? But yeah, man, it's just going to be good, man.
I don't even watch Coronation Street anymore. One of my good friends is in it. Big shout out to Sam Chesney.
Yeah.
Chesney from Coronation Street is a good friend of mine.
Chesney, yeah.
He's the man. But yeah, I seen him yesterday. But yeah, man.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the festive.
What are you doing? Do you celebrate Christmas?
No, I don't celebrate Christmas, no.
So was it just another?
No, but I get in the spirit, you know what I mean? We live in the country, we get in the spirit and that, but yeah, no, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I want to, congratulate everyone, and hopefully everyone has a Merry Christmas. To everybody watching around the world, if you are watching around the world, Australia, you know what I mean, wherever in the world, enjoy it, enjoy the festive period. I think we might be back for the new year, I'm not sure. I think United play on a Thursday, so we'll see. We'll try and rearrange it for you guys, so you'll have one last Manc talk for the end of the year. And for now, people, Steve, where can they find you?
At Big Steve MCFC, and just let me say, everyone out there, just people struggling, yeah. It's temporary, man.
Yeah.
Just every morning you wake up and you breathe in is a good day. Christmas, listen, you might not have a lot, you know what I mean? But there's people out there sat there struggling this Christmas. Don't struggle this Christmas. Talk to people, get on the phone, speak to family, speak to friends.
Message
us. Listen, we're all in this together. You know what I mean? We're a big family. Big up the Manc Talk. This is a top show for Christmas.
Absolutely. And just enjoy the rest of your time, people. Please subscribe to both of our channels. Please also like the video on your way out. But now, people, take care. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Peace. Merry Christmas.